Good afternoon, Mrs. Benavides. I love having Alicia in my class. Today, we are going to be discussing your child, Alicia's, ITBS test results that was taken in April 2002. Let's get started.
Good afternoon, Ms. Roberson.
The test is used to measure that children are above or below the state average. The top part shows where your student ranks nationally, and the bottom part provides details information about the skills used in each test.
What did she rate the highest in?
The highest was comprehension. That is very good. That means she comprehends over her grade level.
What did she rank the lowest in?
Alicia did not score well in capitalization. She is not using capital letters where she needs to be. The ITBS is a norm reference test, which means the child's scores are compared to the average scores of the population to design the test. The test was given to 23rd graders in April.
What skills did this test cover?
The test covered social studies, science, maps and diagrams, reference materials, critical thinking skills, vocabulary, reading comprehension, word analysis, listening, spelling, capitalization, punctuation, usage and expression, concepts and estimation, problem solving and data interpretation, and computation. If you look at the performance profile for Alicia, she is over the average mark for comprehension, listening, punctuation, maps, diagrams, and these at the bottom.
Oh, that's great, but I see that she performed poorly in vocabulary and capitalization. Why is that?
She might forget to capitalize when she is writing. She might be in a hurry. The raw score is the number she got correct. For instance, her vocabulary raw score would be 15. That means she got 15 right out of the 29 questions.
Oh, now I understand.
Let me show you how Alicia lies on the bell curve according to her national percentile rank.
What does that mean?
If you look here on the ITBS national percentile rank, you see what Alicia scored compared to the average, which is 50%. If you look at her comprehension percentile rank, she is above the average with 71%. If you look on the bell curve, she is in the 34.13% above average.
Oh, that is good. She's above average, but what about her lowest?
Her lowest is capitalization with 9%. That would be in the 13.9% below the average. If you look at the percentage of the comprehension, her confidence interval was between 66 to 75. This means that she could have done as good at 75%.
Oh, wow. She must have gotten nervous before the test.
If you look here, her scaled score for capitalization was a 148. That puts her between a kindergarten and first grade level. She is only 2 behind first grade, which is 150, but she is 1 grade behind where she should be. Third grade capitalization level is at a 185. The scaled score shows year-to-year progress and achievement and to compare different levels of the same test.
That's really low. I hope there's something we can do to help fix this at home or at school.
Stand-nines indicate about where a score lies in relation to the normal curve. The stand-nine scores ranges from 1 to 9, and most students fall between the 4th and 6th stand-nine. If you look at the bell curve for her comprehension scores, she was in the 34.13% above average, and that makes her in the 6th stand-nine. If you look at where she was for her capitalization scores, she was in the 13.59% below average, with a stand-nine of 2.
So for her comprehension, she falls where most students fall, but for her capitalization, she's below where most students fall?
Yes, ma'am. NCE means normal curve equivalent and is used mostly by the school district to evaluate. If you look at the bell curve, it goes from 1 to 99 with 50 in the middle for the NCE. For Alicia's listening score, she is in the 60 to 70 NCE.
Is that average?
Yes, that is actually above average if you look at the curve. The bottom part of the performance profile helps me as a teacher know what Alicia needs to work on and what she understands. Take a look at the performance profile and see if there are any content areas you do not understand.
I see that she missed a lot under capitalization, especially dates and holidays. Is this something we can easily correct, and is there anything I can do to help at home?
Yes, of all the skills, this would be one of the easiest to correct. I can send home worksheets that are specific for this area. Now, if we look again at the performance profile, we see that Alicia really succeeded in problem solving, listening, and maps and diagrams. Here is some of her work that we did in class, and she did great. And here are some of the work samples that she did not do so great on, including vocabulary and word analysis.
It is nice to see that she's doing great in some areas in her work that she is doing.
Do you have any more questions or concerns? I will give you a copy of the test scores with a detailed explanation. I will also send home worksheets that we talked about with Alicia.
Thank you so much. I will definitely be working with Alicia to get her areas of concern up to par.
If you have any further questions about the conference or your child, please feel free to contact me at my email address or call the school.